Hello everyone, this is Swati Jaiswal and today I am going to do the physical examination of knee and wrist joint. Let's proceed with the video. Before proceeding, sanitize your hands properly.
Hello Sagar, I am Swati and today we will follow the physical examination, your knee examination and your wrist examination. We will follow with inspection and then palpation and then after some rotational movements and then maneuvers. Is it okay if I'll do physical examination of yours?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. Let's proceed with the video.
And palpation of distal radius and ulna. Check the palmar and dorsal surface of the wrist and hand carefully for any swelling over the joints. Note any deformity and then for palpation at the wrist, palpate the distal radius and ulna on the lateral and medial surface. Palpate the groove of each wrist joint with your thumb on the dorsum of the wrist. With your finger, hit the 8th carpal bone lying distal to the wrist joint. Palpation of radiostyloid bone. Hit the radial styloid bone and the anatomical snub box, a hollow depression just distal to the radial styloid process formed by the abductor and extensor muscle of the thumb. The rotation of motion, flexion, we will point the finger towards the floor. For the extension, point the finger towards the ceiling. Abduction, point the fingers towards the midline, and adduction away from the midline. Hand grip test. Grip test, we will check the strength by asking patient to grasp your second and third finger. Testing of thumb function. By grasping the thumb against the palm and then move the wrist towards the midline in thumb abduction. Internal test thumb abduction by asking patient to raise the thumb straight up, apply downward resistance. Phalanx sign. To press the back of both hands together from right angle. These maneuver compress the medial nerve. Examination. Let's proceed with the inspection and observation of the movement. The gait for a smooth rhythmic flow as the patient is walking in the room. The alignment and contour of the knee. Observe any atrophy of the quadriceps muscle. Look for loss or normal hollows around the patella. Now let's move to palpation. Ask the patient to sit on the edge of examining table with the knees in flexion. In this position, bony landmarks are more visible and the muscle tendons and ligaments are more relaxed, making them easier to palpate. Pay special attention to the areas of tenderness and ask if there is any kind of pain. Also palpate the tibiofemoral joint and palpate the medial and lateral joint compartment. Now, Bull sign for minor effusion. Knee extended, place the left hand above the knee, apply pressure on the suprapatellar pouch, displacing milking the fluid downward, stroke downward on the medial aspect of the knee, apply pressure to force fluid into the lateral area. Ballooning sign for major effusion. Index finger and thumb of your right hand on each side of patella with left hand compress the suprapatellar pouch against the femur. Feel the fluid entering to the space next to the patella under your right thumb and index finger. It is also called ballooning sign. Putting the patella. Effusion, you can also compress the suprapatellar pouch bottle or push the patella sharply against the femur. Watch for the fluid returning to suprapatellar pouch. Mac-Murray test. With the patient's supine, grasp the heel and flex the knee. Cup your hand over the knee joint with fingers, thumbs along the medial joint line from the heel. Externally rotate the lower and then push on lateral side to apply a viscous stress on the medial side of the joint. At the same time, slowly extend the lower leg in external rotation. The same maneuver for the internal rotation of the foot stresses the lateral meniscus. Abduction stress test. Adduction stress test. Abduction stress test with the patient supine and a knee slightly flexed. Move the thigh about 30 degrees lateral to the side of the table. Place one hand against the lateral knee to stabilize the femur and the other hand around the medial ankle. Push medially against the knee. Pull lateral to the ankle and open the knee joint on the medial side. For adduction with the same position, knee position, so you can place one hand against the medial surface of the knee and other around the lateral ankle. Anterior drawer test. For anterior drawer test, with the patient supine, hip flexed, knees flexed to 90 degrees and feet flat on the table. Cup your hand around the knee with thumbs on the medial lateral joint and the finger on the medial lateral insertions for hamstrings. Down the tibia forward. Observe if this slides forward like a drawer from under the femur. Compare the degree of forward movement with that of the opposite knee. Posterior drawer test. The patient and place your hands in the position described for anterior drawer test. Push the tibia posteriorly and observe the degree of backward movement in the femur. Leachman test. The knee in 15 degree of flexion and external rotation. Grabs the distal femur on the lateral side with one hand and other proximal tibia on medial side of the other. With the thumb of the tibial hand on the joint line, simultaneously put the tibia forward and femur backward. Estimate the degree of forward exertion.